good Saturday morning. Or it could be a Sunday, wherever you are at. But we're at Green Acres. Green Acres is the place to be. Yeah. So we're gonna do a cemetery walk this morning before it rains on me. 'Cause it's fixing to. If you can see it, it's cloudy today. So if you come on and you can chat, say howdy to me. Okie dokie, okie dokie, Smoky. So how you doing? Hope everybody's probably like me, drinking your coffee. Now, David's, he's gone, but his wife, Joan, she's still living. So we can't show her. We're gonna go here and there. It's a big, look at this sucker. This thing is huge. But I would have got here a little bit earlier. But, and I did. But the bad news is, when I got where the car's parked now, come to find out, I didn't have no phone service. So I had to go get a phone card at Walmart. So this ain't really my cup of tea, this kind of cemetery, because they're all in the ground. But, it is what it is. At least, I don't think if a tornado came through, I think these would be protected. Other than what you got up above ground, them stones. Them stones probably vamoose in a hurry in a tornado. I'm trying to find somebody that they're both gone. I got somebody, a couple people buried here. This cemetery's got, oh, I can't remember. It's got a couple thousand people buried in this one. So if you can come on and say howdy to me, I'd appreciate that. If you can, share or like, share and subscribe. Hey, I found something with pictures. That's a good one. And he's our age. Well, 50. He was born in. He's a little younger. He looks familiar. He must have died maybe in a car wreck. Or he loved his cars. So if you come on, chat, okay? Gotta make sure the chat thing's working too. So holler at me, make sure. Let's make sure that thing's working. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but you never know. Strange things have happened to me, I tell you. Let's see, they're both gone yet. We'll get her first. If you can read that, December 31st, 2020. They got a picture. Pretty couple. Sorry I'm shaking a little. It's a little bit on the chilly end of things. They've had, they have they had 3 funerals in this cemetery this week. They have bukus of cemetery funerals in this cemetery in 1 month. Because everybody wants to be buried over here. I don't know why. I mean, it is pretty, to say the least, but I prefer quietness. You know, if my body's gonna be in the ground for all of eternity, I want it to be somewhere where it's quiet, you know? Not where it's noisy. It's gonna build up around you. Now I'm looking for somebody. If you see it and you can chat, holler out. Now, should be able to holler out. I'm looking for a McCoy. And Miss Kim ain't with me. So, if the chat ain't working, we're just gonna go with it. Okie dokie. Ain't no sense in he's around here somewhere. I found a taper. Both of them's gone. Well, they both passed a very early age. Tiffany, she was young. Well, he wasn't. Or she was the taper. Somebody was a taper. So it's under a taper name. I just don't know why she's a Dyer. She's a Neil. So maybe it could be that they were both married, but they were taper girls. Maybe. I'm thinking that would be it. So even though, hey, there's McCoy, we're getting close. Okay, here's a McCoy. I'm looking for, once I see him, Doyle. There he is. I worked with Doyle in the nursing home. I'm glad I got to find you, Doyle, once again. Last time I was here, he didn't have a plaque. Here's his children. Get that while I'm in the live stream from my buddy Doyle. He was a good guy. He was, he worked as what do you call it? He was a home healthcare provider. He was a human resource. Hi, Sam. How you doing? Good to see that the chats are working. I didn't know if it was or not, but he was a good guy. He stood about this tall. He's a pretty big dude, but he was like a big old teddy bear. He was kind-hearted. I milked cows for his mom for like 3 months. After 3 months, there was no life. I had to milk the cows 3 times a day, or 2 times a day. 105 cows. I started at, I forgot what time I started. I had to get the cows up to the barn about, I had to wake up at 3:30, 4 o'clock. I had to be in the field by 4:30. I had to get the cows in the pen around 5 o'clock. Well, around 5 o'clock, I had to start milking. So it was here. Then in the evening, by the time I got done milking, it was like 10 o'clock. Then after I had got done milking, I had to go out in the field and check the heifers to make sure that they didn't, the ones that were pregnant, didn't have calves. 1333. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Sam. Joshy, how you doing? Fresh. Or Frosty. Sorry, I got that confused. How you guys doing this morning? Just waking up? Well, me too, brother. I decided to get this because look at this. It ain't supposed to rain today, but now it looks like it's gonna rain. So I'm like, I got to go get something before it rains. Then when I get back home, I've got uh some I got some major editing to do. Yeah, it's beautiful here. This is called Green Acres Cemetery. Very beautiful. Now, my fourth cousin, you guys are gonna laugh, but my dad, he married his third cousin. She's buried somewhere around here. She's my fourth cousin. Yep. And then my grandma and her mom was a drinker, and my grandma was the Christian woman. Well, they ran across the county line to get married, and so the two mothers was chasing after them. Grandma was driving, and her mom was getting drunk in the passenger seat. And this was back in the 60s. Take a picture of that, you know. A Christian woman and a woman that's an alcoholic. I could just hear what Grandma was telling her. You need to quit that stuff. We gotta find them kids before they do something stupid. Yeah, Grandma was a hoot. I wish I could have had her on these videos. We're gonna cross the way, okay? I've never been in this part. And it's chilly here. I don't know what the temperature is there, but it's cold. Let me make sure that everybody's deceased. We got a veteran here. Thank you for your service, Ronald. World War II. You saw a lot of action. I like action, you know. That's why you get a lot of action from me when I get home and we do live streams at the house. I like action. Life's too short to be a stick in the mud. And you notice, that's what I always say. Frosty said it must be cold out there. Here, New England, I'm freezing in my covers. New England, what's the temperature usually supposed to be this time of year, Frosty? I mean, I think here it should be warmer than what it is. We're going through one of these stupid climate changes or something. I think the earth is letting us know that she's maturing, I think. It's 34 degrees in New York, okay? I think, but the way I feel, it's probably, oh, 58 degrees. I'm trying to be a human thermometer. As you can see, I shake, so that should tell you something. So I don't really like these other than the fact that if you do have plaques like this, the only good thing is if a tornado came through, it probably, I'm guessing, a percentage of eight time, 8 times out of 9 out of 10, it'll probably stay in its place during a tornado. That's the only good thing. But the bad thing about it is, see how Francis, see how her name is fading? The sun, the, the rain, sleet, snow, whatever. Yeah, like Ernest here. In another 10 years, you won't be able to read that. That's the only bad thing. So my theory is, if you're rich enough, have your place, buy your place of your own, and you can be buried on your own property if, you know, if that's what you want to do. Build you a mausoleum that'll stand the test of time or anything. Any tornado structure, then that way your body is preserved. You're not going to be underwater when it rains. That's kind of my big thing is I don't want to really be a big pile of goop, you know. That's not a pretty thought, you know. So I've been thinking, I don't know, I might build a mausoleum somewhere for me and Miss Kim. If I get rich, you know, hey, I'll just build one for all my sidestepping viewers. If you want to be buried with us, yeah, we'll stick you in the next room, okay? Oh, we got a picture here. She's a Wyatt. Huh? She looks familiar. She does look familiar. Geneva Wyatt. She passed away not too long ago, but she looks familiar. We got a picture here. I like pictures, you know. 1931 to 2013. She lived a pretty good life. Frosty said he wants to be buried with me and Miss Kim. Well, we can make that happen eventually. If we all get rich, we can make it happen. But I'm gonna be buried in the country, I can tell you that. Whatever I'm buried in, it's gonna be in the country. So anybody that wants to be buried with us, you'll be at peace for a couple 100 years. Probably longer than that. Where I'm gonna be where I wanna be buried. Down at the Greenberry farm. At where Grandpa Greenberry is buried at. But I'm pretty sure that Linda wouldn't mind me making a mausoleum there. As long as he's in it, he might like that idea. That's my cousin. One of them. Okay, I gotta make sure they're passed on before I show you. He didn't live too long. A little bit, but Isaiah 12 and 2. Then he's got John 11:25 through 26. Yeah, man. He was a Christian. We got a taper. Huh. But, okay, there he is. Uh, Rudolph C. Taper. Thank you for your service, sir. We appreciate that very much. We want to have our freedom without people like Randolph and this guy up here, Mitchell. He was in World War II, so they might have served together. And we had a picture. There's another taper. We want to have our freedom, folks, today. If it wasn't for them gentlemen, just think if Hitler would have got power through all of the world. Think of just how much misery that we would be in. Not just America, but Europe. Hello, Worry Bunny. Are you just now waking up? So I tried to, when I get them people like that, I try to recognize them, because if it wasn't for their duty in the wars, we would not have the freedom that we have today. And here we got us another one. Thank you for your service, James. So anytime you're walking through a cemetery, and teach your kids to respect elders, and, teach them. That's a dying, in today's world. Man, if I talk back to somebody when I was a teenager, my dad would have warped me. I would have warped the floor. But today, there's, they need to bring that back. Let parents whoop their kids. That's why it is the way it is today. I'm not trying to disrespect the parents or nothing, but hey, you need to discipline them kids so they'll grow up to be just like me. I'm just kidding, but hey, I think I'm a pretty good role model. Except for the wild crap that I did. Yep, they need to stop having wars, but as long as the world has been around, after Adam and Eve bit into the fruit and God kicked them out of the garden, and they had kids and they had kids, and then they started to fight. There's always been fighting going on between people. You know why it is? It's a power play. They can't stand to have. They have power, but they have to have more power, or they have to have more land, and in the process, they're putting their own people at risk and in jeopardy, and they're ruining their lives, like the Afghanistan people. You can't just judge all the Afghanistan people as bad people. You've got good people in every race and creed, and you know, you got good with the bad. You know, you can't help those that have turned bad. The only thing you can do is pray for them, and if you see them again, slap them and say, "What's wrong with you? Are you stupid or something?" Oh, Miss Kim, Miss Sidesteppin is. Sorry, honey, I had to do this. Look at the sky. Ain't that pretty? But and then people are gonna start coming to put flowers on the graves because it's Memorial Day weekend. So if you see somebody here and you're from Crossville, Tennessee, holler out at me. Holler out at me. Oops, I think they're gone. Hey, yep, they're gone. She's gone. Scared myself there for a minute, but we got a pretty one here. I don't want to show nobody's information. When I first started out, I wasn't too wise and did that, and I'm sorry to those that I did. But I'm gonna go back and fix that. I found something on YouTube to help me fix that, so. Okay, in remembrance of our angel, you touch our lives with your sweetness, kindness, and everlasting love. You have been the wind beneath our wings, and though you are not here, your memory lifts us up every day and still gives us life. We, we will love you forever and ever. Your adoring husband and daughter who miss you more than words can describe. Uh, I can't make that out. Odd Alfredo. I can't make him out. But Karen. But that is sweet. And they're fixing to dig a grave. So we'll stay over here. But that is sweet, ain't it? No, my wife, Miss Sidesteppin, she don't drink coffee. I'm the coffee drinker. Yep, one day I will die also. You are right. Or if the Lord don't come back, Jesus, if he comes back, then I don't have to worry about a dying. But, you know, just make sure you're right, because there's two deaths. If you die at the first death and you're not prepared, then there's a second death. So always make sure you are prayed up and everything, you know? So you don't want to be in that second death. You want to go where the green grass is always a growing. I just had to throw that in there since I see green grass. And maybe I can milk the goats up in heaven. Maybe it'll be golden goat's milk. You know why I said that? Just to make you all just wonder about me. What did he say? Goats up in heaven? He's gonna what? He's gonna milk them? and the milk's gonna be as gold as gold. Well, we're all gonna die someday. It's just depending on how you want to go. I mean, I don't know who's watching, but if you're a bad person fixing to be blown up, I would think twice about what you're doing. You don't want to go out that way. Nobody wants to be blown up into smithereens. I mean, that would be a very terrible way to go. Plus, how is your family supposed to remember you? That's not an honorable way to go out. To me, the honorable way to go out as a woman or a man is to treat people with respect from the time of your birth, from the time of your passing, and do what you can to be good to people. You know, what you do to people, that reflects on you. You know, in the hereafter and after you're gone, that's what people are gonna remember how you treated them. You don't want to be treating people like you would treat an old stray dog. Some people, I've seen some people kick a dog like they would kick a human that was down. That's not, that's not good. I had to go. I got, I can't stand people that mistreat animals. Sep- 11, September 11th. Yeah, that was a bad time, wasn't it? I was out that morning. I was tree trimming. I was working for Sam Graham here in Cumberland County, Tennessee. We were trimming trees and uh, out on, oh, where was we at? I can picture it, but I can't think of where that was at to save my life. I think it was out, oh, on Lantana Road, somewhere out that way. No, out towards Pleasant Hill. But this woman comes out and she's like, a plane just, some plane just crashed into a building. And I was on the ground. And so the climbers come down and they're like, what did she say? So they went in and seen what was on the news. And they're like, one of them is a good, preacher and stuff. He's like, this is end time prophecy right here. This here is end time prophecy. So at the end of the day, I go home and it was bad. So yeah, and just think, a lot of them people, there's no way to, their bodies are disintegrated with that. Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about. But when I get home, look at that mountain right over yonder. I'll try to zoom in. See it? Right there? Hey, Bradley. Yeah, that was terrible. Let's see. Cunningham. I know. I went to school with some Cunninghams. So like, share, subscribe because the reason why I'm in the cemetery, I've not did this one. Someday I will, but I do genealogy. What are you talking about? Destroy full body. Are you a terrorist? Yep, cremation. Thank you for your service, Robert. It just dawned on me looking at the flag. Bradley, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Oh, Stillman. Now this is interesting because this is some of my family. John M. Yep, that's one of my family members right there. Stillman. That is so cool. Let's see if there's anybody else in here since I'm looking around. That is cool. Oh, okay. I get you now. But I do documentation for genealogy. What I do, like these kind of tombstones or any kind of tombstone, I get the names, dates for everybody, so that'll be on record, video record, so people have that so they can find their loved ones. Maybe not now, but maybe down the road. The more people that get into genealogy, and if you are in genealogy, tell your family members about my channel, our channel. You know, get the word out so they can check out the channel. You know, so but somebody's looking at me, being nosy. They're jamming in the cemetery. I wonder where they went. Let's see where the car is. Let's see. Where'd they go? I don't see the car. Yep, she just was being nosy. I don't like that. That's why I don't like the cemeteries here in town. People got to come and be nosy. What do they think I'm doing? Stealing the flowers for fresh? What do they think I'm doing? Digging up somebody? But I do have some news. As soon as my buddy calls me, I'm gonna be digging a grave for you guys. Yeah, they hand dig graves at that cemetery, so I will be hand digging a grave just for you all. Yeah, yep, I'm a video it. And I got some shenanigans to go along with it. So you won't want to miss that, because it's going to be one humdinger funny video. I mean, I'm digging a grave, so I got to do this. So you're supposed to be calling me. I hope he calls me when it's more warmer. Thank you, Miss Sidesteppin. If he gets too carried away, just get him out of the room totally. He's kind of weird. There's an AG. We'll get that for Lindell. He's probably related to him. And she's still here with us. William Jean Clean, AG. He was married to M. Christine. And I got a wet knee now for stooping down in the grass. Somebody came and put new flowers. Good. I'm glad you removed him. He was a weirdo. Talking about destroying the body. I don't know what kind of crap he's smoking. He better lay off of it. He's tripping. I mean, I smoke some good stuff, but it never made me say that kind of crap. Look at that sky. Yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, they just passed. So I'll just go ahead and get Roger, or Charles. Oh, yeah, he needs to be gone bye-bye. If he reads the Korean, he wants everybody that's American to die. And you guys in the European theater, it's kind of sicko. We don't talk about killing somebody. I think I hit him, but I'm gonna go hit him once more. Excuse me. Thank you for your service, Joe. Appreciate that. He lived a pretty good life. Long life. Georgia, thank you for your service. What's a PHM at 3? Somebody know what that means? A PHM 3. Was she a nurse? So I'm waiting for your answer. What's a what's a PHM 3 mean? And while I'm waiting on you to answer me, we'll go over here and get this grave. Don't know, Ellen? But thank you for commenting. Thank you for coming on and commenting. I appreciate that. I'm gonna have to find a way, uh, figure out how to comment on the TV, because a lot of people don't know how to do that. Yeah, he just passed away this week. They just had the funeral. I think just within the last day or two. Got a lot of servicemen right through here, don't we? Well, don't think a serviceman, but why does she got a flag? Oh, because her husband. Boy, I like this stick, you know. Got a bunch of them. I ain't gonna bother that. Thank you all for your selfish service in the Marine Corps and other branches to defend this great country and the other countries like Britain and England. I mean, they just didn't serve our country, folks. They served, if they were in World War One or two, they were fighting for everybody's freedom. Because it was all at stake. There's a taper, honey. I didn't get it. I didn't get this one. James Earl Taper. Yes, yes, God bless all these souls. Lotto, thank you for chatting with us and saying something. We appreciate that very much. I don't know if we'll do another live stream outside today because look at the weather. It's cloudy. But who's to say that I'm not gonna go do a video? But I've got so much daggum video to edit that I need to park my bottom anyway, and do the editing. Is your relative Miss Sidesteppin? Oh, cool. Here's a ball. Wonder if they're related to the singer, country singer. What was his name? David? David Ball? When the thought of you catches up with me. He sung that song. And he sung Cadillac Ranch. Got another service, man. Thank you for your service, James. Appreciate you very, very much. You know, I just got to thinking this might as well be a Memorial Day live stream or something like that. Memorial Day weekend live stream. How you guys like my pretty face? I'm growing it back because I got a reason. And you'll be seeing the reason. Yep. They're low. They're pretty, but they're low. Look at that. That's towards Knoxville. And this is that's towards Nashville. Yeah, and it's gloomy, and it's not so warm. I've got sweatpants on underneath my pants. That's how cold it is. I'm cold-natured, people. I don't like being cold. So make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. 'cause I do funny stuff. Trying to do a bunch of good cemetery stuff. I have to edit. So we're gonna hit a few more, then we're gonna call it a morning, 'cause I want to get some coffee and I need to eat something. I'm kind of getting hungry. So you all have a good day. Be watching for something. Now, the stuff that I put out that's looks like it's from the GoPro, which it is from the GoPro, but uh, please watch it. I tried to do some shorts with the GoPro, so I won't have to bog down my phone with the memory on it, 'cause it's getting old. You're gonna have cereal with bananas. Oh man, that sounds so good. You're making me hungry, Frosty. Shame, 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 shame. I got Cheerios. I just ain't got the bananas. But I do have uh, blackberries. I could put blackberries in it. I just don't know how that would. She's still here. I just don't know how that would taste. Probably not so good. So I'll just stick with the plain Cheerios. I mean, I could try a couple, tell you guys how it tastes. I could actually do a live stream on the computer and eat Cheerios with blackberries in them in front of you. You can make, you can see from my face if it's gonna be good or not, 'cause I will let you know by the face. Yeah, nasty. So like, subscribe, share, and I think I will do that. But give me about 10 minutes. So 7:30, I'll be back on the computer. Okay? 7:30, 7:35 Central Standard Time. So, hang in there, Frosty. We'll eat our Cheerios together. Okay? See y'all later. I love you. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. Sidesteppin.